Hey team, let's welcome to another session. So this section, mostly we are concentrating in network-based attacks that will be commonly used by the threat actors to down the servers and do some other kind of attacks like sniffing and all. So monitoring the usernames, passwords in the network. So we will see briefly how the attackers will do the attacks one by one. First of all, we will discuss about the denial of service, the DOS attack. So let me open the Canva and we will draw something and we will learn about the DOS attacks. So let me take this is the web server. So let us think it's not a high performance web server. Only this web server can able to handle only the 1000 requests at a time. Okay, so now many machines like the 1000 machines 1 to 1000 accessing this web server, okay, or do anything, take anything, watching movies or downloading movies or uh, uploading pictures, etc., etc., and all. If any one of the other users 1001, if he tries to log in, this web server can't able to provide service to this user because it can only handle only 1000 requests at a time. Okay, so in DOS attack, what the attacker will do, they will create they will send multiple requests to the web server simultaneously within a few seconds. So now this server can't able to handle any of their requests, so it will be shut down. Okay, so it will not give any results to any one of them. Okay, for an example, so let's take a human behavior. So if someone asked me like how are you, so I will say I am fine. So if two of them are coming and they are asking which food you are eating and where you went yesterday, so even I can able to answer within few seconds, answering one by one. If 10 people simultaneously asking what you did yesterday, so it's like a investigation, some police investigation. So at that time I was unable to answer all the questions because it will be confusing for me. My mind will be but frustrated. So I can't able to provide answers to everyone. So the same, the server will be thinking, okay, a lot of requests were coming and I was unable to answer any of them. So it will be in a shutdown state. Okay, it will go to the shutdown state. Okay, so once it gets shut down, so the administrator need to restart the service and again they need to start the server. Okay, we can do the DOS attack in our Kali machine. We have lot of tools for doing the DOS attack, so don't worry about that. We will see in practical. So before that, we will see the distributor denial of service. Okay, so in DOS attack, in DOS, so one computer, it will send n number of requests, okay, infinity number of requests to the server. So the server will be shut down. So infinity number of requests to this server. So the server will be unable to handle all the requests at the time. So it will be in a shutdown. In the DDoS attack, there will be not one system. There will be a lot of machines, like n number of machines. It will send the request simultaneously to the web server. Okay, so now the web server will be completely down. Okay, this is the exact scenario what will happen in DOS and DDoS attack. So as I discussed, we have lot of tools to do that. The DDoS attack is like a distributed denial of service. In the name, we can understand. So distributed, we have a distributed computer. So we are using that computers and doing such attacks. So let's take a practical example here. So we have two machines and two are Kali. Just note it, the one Kali machine is 2024.3 version. The other Kali machine is 2024.2 versions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a DOS attack from 2024.2 to 2024.3, okay, from that machine to this machine, okay. So if you see my IP, the IP was 18.3. So I just started the Apache 2 server in Kali Linux, and so I already said if there is a website, we can target that website and we can do our DOS attack. So now let's see, my server IP will be, I'm considering this machine as a web server, and this is the attacker machine 24.2. This is an attacker machine, okay. And now you can see the Apache was loading. There is one web server was running, and we have lot of tools to do the DOS. So I was using DDoS attack tool. So no worry, you can download that from GitHub. So here you can find an n number of tools for doing the DOS and DDoS attack. So whichever tools you are comfortable with, you can go for that tool and you can do the DOS, okay. So this is a good tool which I am using. So let's think of it. Let's go inside the directory and let's check what was there. So DDoS attack.py, and let's start the Python. So now you can see when I start the executed the DDoS.py, it was asking for a target IP. We know we are going to brute force. We are going to do a DOS attack for this service 192.168.18.3. And we need to set the target port. So we can give just 8443, whatever you can set that, okay. Before that, let me start a Wireshark here to monitor what's happening in our network. So let's start the Wireshark here also in both of the machine, so we can easily monitor what request it was receiving, okay. So now the Wireshark was started, and let me close other tabs. So I will close this also. Let's start this and let's start this. So currently there is no request. So let's do a DOS. So the attack was going to start. It's a 50% now and 75%. So now see, once the attack gets started, so you can see a large number of requests was coming from 190 to 168.18.27. So in this machine, so you can in 24.2 machine you can easily find out. So in the source IP, sending some requests to the destination IP, it's a huge number of requests. Let's stop this. So within a few seconds you can see there's a 81,000 something packets was sent to different ports, 15, 379 and different ports. So now you can see a lot of requests was coming within a few seconds. It was coming from 18.27 IP and it was receiving to 18.3 IP. So now you can understand. So there is a lot of requests was targeting this server, and it was giving some request. So this server can't able to handle this request, and the server will be easily shut down. Okay, I just completed only 2 to 3% of attack, the DOS attack, but it will take some time to completely get down this server. Okay, I just terminated my attack now. So now you can find it, the source IP, destination IP, and the source MAC, destination MAC. So it's a dummy. It's look like a dummy packet. Nothing will be inside this packet. Okay. So this is the explanation for a DOS and DDoS attack. We have seen this in practical how to do this. So if you have a lab, you can also try to do this task, and you can understand what will happen here, and you can also you can investigate through Wireshark. Okay. So let's hop off this video, and we will continue our network based attack in our next video. Thank you. Bye bye. Let's start with another video. In this video we will see the man in the middle attack. Probably we'll say MITM, man in the middle. So the name itself, it was showing someone is monitoring from middle of the network. Before entering into the man in the middle, so we need to understand the ARP protocol. So let's check for that. So first understand about the ARP. So ARP stands for Address Resolution Protocol. So you have an IP address, okay, but you need a MAC address to communicate into a network. So now this ARP help you to solve this problem. So ARP will change. It will ask the MAC address for the host into the network. Okay, so that's why the name itself, the Address Resolution Protocol, resolving the IP address into the MAC address. Okay, it will give the MAC address for you. Okay, so let's take a router here, and we have a lot of machines inside the network that was connected into the router. So outside of the network, if you need to communicate outside to a network, so you can the IP address is enough to communicate outside. But inside of a network, for example, this machine need to send hi to this machine. So now this machine needs to know the IP address of computer. Let's think of the computer A, B, C. So computer A wants to communicate with computer B. So computer A needs to know the IP address, the MAC address of a computer B. Okay. So the MAC address will be one of the important thing for communication inside the network. Okay. So by using the ARP protocol, so computer A will send a broadcast request to every host inside a network. Okay, so broadcast means it will be sent to everyone inside the network. Okay, so computer will A will send like, I have an IP. So let's think of it. Computer A IP was .2 and computer B IP was .3. let's 192.168.18.3. Okay, so the computer A will ask, I have an IP, but I need a MAC for this address. MAC for this address. Okay, the address is 18.3. So it will send to every host present inside the network. If 100 computers are there, it will send it to 100 computers. So let's think of it. Computer C has 18.4, computer D has 18.5. So now computer C will reject, I don't have the IP address of 18.3. Computer D will also reject because I don't have the IP address of 18.3. So computer B has an IP address of 18.3, right? So now computer B will give the IP MAC address to computer A. Okay, so computer B will give a MAC address to computer A. Okay, so now computer A know the MAC address because of the address resolution protocol. Okay, so one more time. So inside the network, if you need to communicate, we need a MAC address. So to resolve the MAC address, we need a ARP protocol. So ARP, the computer A needs to communicate with computer B. The computer will send a broadcast message to everyone inside the network. Computer A, computer B, computer C, and computer D. So like I have an IP address of 18.3, but I need a MAC address of 18.3. So it will be shared to everyone. So computer D do not have the 18.3 address. Computer C also do not have 18.3 address. Computer B have a 18.3 address. So computer B will respond to the computer A. I have a IP and my MAC address is this. Okay. So now computer A and computer B can able to communicate with each other. So they can enjoy with their communication. Okay. So this is the overall explanation of address resolution protocol. So let's think of it, MITM. So here you have a router and here is your Kali machine. So here is your Windows machine. So as a normal communication, so what the Kali machine and Windows machine will do? Windows machine will send something to router and router will send something to internet, right? This is the normal communication. So if you poisoned the ARP poisoning, address resolution protocol poisoning, so now what will happen? So let's think of it. Here is your Kali machine and here is your Windows machine. So you are doing some trick and you are saying to you are saying this Windows machine like, so I am the router. Okay, so now Windows machine think of it, so the Kali machine is my router. Okay, so because you are doing some tricks, okay, and you are saying I am the router. Okay, Kali machine is the router, the attacker, the Kali is the router. And what Windows will now do, Windows will send all the requests to the Kali machine and it got every response from the Kali machines. Okay, so once it send a request to the Kali machine will send it to the router and it will reach us to the internet. Okay, so you are doing some trick and you are saying so I am the router. Okay, so send all the packets to me. I am the router, send all the packets to me. So now Windows machine will send all the packets to the Kali machine and Kali machine transfer that packets to the internet. Okay, so I'm not compromising this attack because you can do it in terminal. So we can easily do it in GUI tool. So there is a lot of ways to do, but I will say one of the easiest way you can do a ARP poisoning attack. So let me close off the previous OS shard. I will clear this and we'll stop the service. Apache stop the Apache service. Let's click on the Kali Linux logo and go to the sniffing and the spoofing tool. So you can see the EtherCap. So there is a GUI tool or will be there. Also you have a terminal based tool for a EtherCap. So the easiest one is a graphical user. So you can use the graphical user interface to do this attack. Okay, let's open this. So now you got a console. So primary ETHO, it will be a constant, no need to change, just accept this terms and condition. So now it was loaded. Let me take my primary machine and we'll launch an attack. So my primary machine IP will be ifconfig, sorry. So now you can find out 18.29 is my primary machine IP, the Windows machine IP. So this machine, okay, this machine IP was 18.29. So now let's scan the servers, scan the host present inside the network. So now we can find 18.29 and with the MAC address. So if you want to check the MAC address, I will show that ipconfig/all. Now you can find a physical address DC97BA, and similarly DC97BA will be back. So now you can click on add to target. So now you can see the target get added. Now you go to the MATM menu, manage the middle attack menu, and you can see a lot of options will be there: DHCP spoofing, stop MATM, and NDP poisoning. So we need the ARP spoofing. So I am selecting the ARP spoofing here. So now we have successfully launched the ARP spoofing attack, right? ARP poisoning attack. So now this Windows machine will send all the requests to my Kali machine, to my attacker machine. Okay, we will see that in next video. We will try to log in one of the website and we can see what happened if we do a ARP poisoning attack. Okay, let's swap off this video and we will continue this video in the next video. Thank you. Bye. So we'll successfully launch the ARP poisoning attack. Now we will start the Wireshark and monitor all the packets. What are the packets was sent and received by the my primary machine. So let's monitor this, and let's go to the Chrome and let's go to a test malware and let's give a sign up. And we'll log in first. So now I'll back to my Kali machine and I will stop this packet capturing, and let me filter it with the HTTP here. So now we can see the IP 44.28.249 was communicated with one of the website login.php. Let me explore this. So you can see here full request URI is testmalweb.com, and I reached this website in my primary machine. So you can see my Chrome, it's my primary machine, but it shared my primary machine shared all the traffics to my Kali machine, the attacker machine. So we did ARP spoofing in this Kali machine. So now my Windows machine will think this Kali machine is my router, right? So it will send all the packets to me, each and every traffic to me. So now I can easily monitor what's happening inside the network using the Wireshark tool. So this is called as the packet sniffing. We are going to sniffing some packets, monitoring the packets. So whatever was sent from one machine to another. So you can see the slide. Monitor, ARP product intercept, modify or disrupt communication between two devices inside the network, and you can see the explanation here. So man in the middle attack. So the attacker eavesdropped the communication. So what are the information was sent and received by the primary machine. So you can easily monitor that here. Okay. So now you can see there is a user info.php. I'll just explore the HTML form URL encoder. So you can see my username and password which I have entered there in the test.malweb.com. So now you got sensitive information. So this is how the threat actors will monitor your data inside the network. Okay. So if, for example, if you have connected with the airport Wi-Fi network, so your system is here and the router is here. So this is the attacker and your machine is here. So if they launched the ARP poisoning attack, so now your machine will send all the packets to the attacker machine, then it sent to the attacker machine will send to the internet and get the result, and it will come back to the attacker machine and get back to you. Okay. This way we are using VPNs. So we have previously discussed about the VPN. It will start the encrypted channel between the device one, between you and the attacker. So the attacker was unable to understand what's sending to the router, so that was completely encrypted. So the attacker does not know what happening inside the network, inside the machine. Okay. So what information was going and what information was coming. So you can easily bypass the this kind of things. Okay. Implementing the VPN so that people are saying don't connect to the untrusted network, the public Wi-Fi network. So this is the reason they are saying. Okay. So let's hop off this video. I hope you have cleared about the ARP poisoning and the MATM attack. So I hope you have a clear understanding. Let's hop off this video and we will continue in the next video. See you. Bye bye. Hey guys, welcome to a last and final video of a session, network based attacks. So there is a lot of attacks in a network, but these are the few attacks we are commonly worried about. So in this video we will going to discuss about the botnets. So botnets are it's a network of computers or devices. So it's a group of computers. Okay. So the group of computers that has been controlled by the attacker. So they can easily able to launch DOS or DDoS attack easily because there is a group of computers are there. So they can they are controlling, the attacker controlling those devices, so they can easily launch any sort of attacks. Okay. So under the control of malicious actors, so it will be on the control of a malicious threat actor. So they are in a full control over that machine. So they can easily do any things in that device or outside the network. So they can control all the machines and they can launch the DOS or DDoS attacks. Okay. The compromised machines are known as the bots or zombies because the devices looks like some weird. So sometime it will be, the performance will be a little bit slow sometime, the device performance. So if you are running a lot of service, so it will send a control to the attacker machine, as well as if there is a control over the DOS attacks, the attacker tells that machine to do a DOS attack. So that time you can feel some slowness in that machine. Yeah, these are the few things. And if you have a firewalls or any sort of antivirus softwares, so you can easily bypass this because it is just C2C, command and control. So if the IP was blocked, so now the attackers will not get anything into the machine. Okay. So the botnet detection, so we can easily detect the botnets by monitoring the unusual network traffic. So if you see any of the IP address with communicating with any servers unnecessary, so you can easily tag there's something happens and multiple network connection with the same IP as already notified. There is a bulk DOS or DDoS attack that can be launched from that machine. So you can see multiple network connection to the same IP from multiple services. so your system behavior was slow, and your system act like a weird and slow. So now you can feel something happened to my computer. So you can check there whether there is a uh, botnets or not by installing some antivirus software. Okay. So unusual background process, sometimes some process will be keep on open, and it will automatically terminated in the end. So that will be the thing. Okay, these are the few things, symptoms for the botnet activity. So if you notified this kind of symptoms, so you can install some AV softwares and you can scan that network. Or you can see some what are the network connections going outside to the computer, and you can find out what the IP is about and all. Okay. So let's stop off this video, and we will see you guys in our next section. Thank you. Bye bye. I will share the resource in the next section. See you.